Hey guys, this is Coach Freddy. This is part 3 of our Eggbeater kick treading tutorial, and we're going to dive right in. The first thing I'm going to show here is buoyancy. This is a full breath of air. What's going to happen here? You're going to see I'm just going to hang there in the water, and I'm going to hang at a certain depth. This will be different for everybody. For me, I get a little bit of the top of my head poking out of the water. You can see right here is about where I will equalize out with a very full breath of air. So what does that tell you? It means that the amount I have to work is a known factor. Okay, if I keep a full breath of air, the amount of work I have to do is going to be from the top of my head down to my chin to keep my mouth and nose up above the water. Now that's only, what, 4 or 5 inches? So I don't have to do a whole lot of work for that. And the reason Eggbeater is the most efficient is it's one leg at a time. So I can accomplish 4 inches of treading with one leg at a time. So here, we'll check that out. So now I know how much work I have to do in order to successfully tread water. We looked on the wall at a couple of drills to help you start getting the motions down correctly and start developing the rhythm. This is another drill that you can do. Once you think you're getting it and you're picking up a rhythm with the Eggbeater kick, you can go down to the bottom like you're doing a bob drill. This candidate is sinking to the bottom. Now instead of jumping up, watch what he does. He's Eggbeatering back to the surface. He gets there, he takes a breath, relaxing and sinking back down. So he's letting his air out. He's just going to Eggbeater himself back to the surface. You could practice this anywhere you've got a deep end in a pool. Very easy to do. There he goes. Now let's talk about how do you take advantage of buoyancy when you're doing an Eggbeater kick. All right, now I have to breathe. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to keep your lungs full by default. So when I'm treading right here, I've got a full breath of air. I mean, I've inhaled completely to almost what I would call packed lungs. All right, and I'm going to keep that air in there while I'm treading. Now, if I have to breathe, what I'm going to do is I'm going to exchange that air. I'm going to breathe out and right back in. So my lungs are always going to remain full by default. While I'm at it, we talked about position. See where I'm catching water here and pushing down? Same thing here. Pushing down. I'll change this to slow motion and we'll just take a quick look at it. You'll watch 10 people do Eggbeater and you'll see 10 slightly different variations of it, but the basics are really the same. The basics of position, the basics of the mechanics here, where I've always got one leg up, ready to deliver potential. If I had this leg here, down here with this one, I'd have to recover one of them. I'd have no potential to generate any type of lift. So I've always got one leg ready to deliver some kind of potential. There's no snap, there's no finish line, it's just perpetual motion. And you'll notice with a bunch of candidates here doing the Eggbeater and their hands are up out of the water. This is a no hands tread. You're going to see different versions of Eggbeater. You've got some over here that are going to use a narrow kick. You've got a pretty wide one over here. Mine is more like a medium. You can also take note of the angle of the hips. This can vary, and you can vary this. This angle doesn't make anyone's Eggbeater wrong or right. It just makes it different. It makes it fit them a little better, and this is something you can experiment with. You can change it also to give your muscles a break. If you're in a certain position for a long time, you can change your hip angle and move your legs further out or further in. But the basics of those mechanics of how you're going to catch water are always going to be the same. So this is no hands. This is a higher degree of difficulty here. Get past this. We'll take another look at this candidate. He has a very good Eggbeater technique, and it works well. See, look, it's like he's pedaling a bike backwards. He's picked up that rhythm of doing that one kick at a time. And it's effective. And he proves it's effective because he rises up. He can get from the bottom to the surface doing a correct Eggbeater kick. So give this drill a try. Learn to pick up the rhythm. And always have one leg ready to generate lift. Summing it up, you got three things. Number one is buoyancy. Lungs full by default unless you're quickly exhaling and then inhaling again. Number two is position. Always have one leg ready to generate lift. Never get caught with two legs down. Number three is rhythm. Like pedaling a bike backwards. This has a cadence to it. It's different for everybody. You need to find one that works for you. That's it. Get in the water and give it a try. Leave some comments if you have any questions. I'll do my best to help you out. Thanks and take care.